If you don't have a reason to wake up in the morning, why should you be excited about starting your day? If you have no direction in your life, you have nothing to control in your life. If you are out of control, you can even go into the panic, but it is most likely that instead, inertia settles in and we just sit there, sleep there, stay where we are only half awake with no movement forward. I am so frustrated with myself, with the fact that I am not where I want to be. I see people doing things that they dream of doing. Take the first step. What fuels you? Do you have enough variety, self-expression, collection, growth, adventure? The journey of truth entrepreneurship requires more agility and tenacity than ever before. Are you tenacious? What do you want most in your life right now? What do you feel certain about? What specific areas in your business do you need help with? What do you love about you? Do you know how to create a product that articulates your value, express what you want in terms of money or sales? Are you clear about the problem you solve? Is it relevant? Do you know how to structure your message in a way that connects quickly with your tribe? Are you confident to sell? If not, how can you build your skills and structure your sales? Maybe it was timely that I saw this little bird. The people who need you will know your voice, just like a bird has a unique sound. So do you? But it must be clear, it must be distinct, and it must be authentic. When you whistle, they will hear you sing. The little bird and the tree need your love, your talent. They are your future clients, your team, your boss, your company, your husband, wife, your kids. They are waiting. When will you start to fly again? Do you ever find yourself getting depressed and having no enthusiasm for this great adventure called life? If not much is happening, remember that you cannot be depressed if you are in control and activity doing something with purpose. I was asked by a neighbor how come I did not get a nervous breakdown. I answered, and I had been thinking I should, but it just didn't have a time for it. Goals can get us to get busy at some things if we don't have the 11, 12 children to keep us busy, but make sure we don't. Just take type A behavior where we are always striving. Enjoy the roses when we reach the goal. Be sure not be idealized that fall into the if only syndrome. If only I could get my high school degrees, become a doctor, get through this divorce, find a better spouse, have $100,000 saved up. Life is the best when it is fully enjoyed each day. Avoid idealizing. It is bounded to lead to frustration, demoralizations, and depressions, and still more idealizations, with a cycle repeating itself, working towards a goal or outcomes that keeps us fully engaged each day and is a benefit to us and to others. Is the only key to happiness and fulfillment what we need. I am calling this video talk time management, but times cannot be managed. Only things that can be managed are our activities and how we spend the time. Managing our activity is a question of defining our objectives, knowing our priority and plannings. By asking ourselves, is this the best use of time that I can be making right now? Does this activity give me the biggest possible payoff? Does it move me towards my goals? This gives guidance on how to plan our work and work our plan. I noted those who favored the plan to fail. Wasted effort becomes wasted time. We have all the time that we can get. It is like running out of word when we get checkmated in chess. Time is a resource, but unlike most other resources, we cannot buy it, cannot borrow it, save it, or even influence it, let alone change it. Even when we did nothing, we spend it. Time doesn't care how we waste it. Time is a great equalizer. A beagle has much time to grow and achieve it as a king. Always ask our old friends, and am I working on 20% of the possible activities that will give me, my company and customers 80% of the results? Concentrated on the essential, we will then be accomplishing the greatest possible result with effort expanded. How to improve result? It was a brief bit of advice to pay us what we thought the advice was worth. Get us to write down the most important things that we have to do tomorrow. Now number them and order out their with importance. The first thing is the morning start working on item number 1 and number 3 and so on. Don't worry if you don't complete everything on forgetting to the less important ones. Not realizing that we have a winning lottery ticket and man threw the $10,000 lottery ticket into the garbages, he spent 3 weeks on the desperation sifting through smelly garbage at the city dump. It seems to me that managers and employees would be better off learning new skills and doing curious activities rather than, for example, employees who spend hour after hour on unique activity that protect mediocrities, the quality being mediocre, or when another 1% salaries increase. Time and life are so precious. This life is not fresh rehearsal. There are no timeouts. They are gone forever. And even we live to be 80 years old, there are only 29,220 days of life. Only a small minority of people succeed in life. Even when we just define success as progressive realization of the lottery ideal or maximum utilization of the variety that you have. To succeed is not the natural things to do. So to succeed, one must not follow usual likes or dislike or natural preferences. The key to success is doing the things that favorites don't like to do. Favorites dislike makes the most productive and wisest possible use of their time. One act at a time, all day long. Let's join the ranks of the successful people who primarily desire the pleasing result, goal-achieving acts. Those are favorites who primarily limit themselves to praising the activity, tension, the disease act. If you were to do things that would change your life and your world the most, it would be 2 things. The games of thinkings or ideations, where you forces yourselves to write down on paper, hopefully as many as 15-20 answers to a question or problem facing you. Is probably the single most effective tool available to man. Unlike a supercomputer, task force, or Excel machines, this tool helps us to discover new things and methods, but it is absolutely free. All it takes is a cost of the paper and the pencil and time. A key question to brainstorming on is how we can go about it more effectively using our times. We need time to do everything. We cannot do anything without time. The only things that all human activities and endeavors has in common in time, the goals, target, product, and the materials used can be totally different, but time is required. Whether you are making a cake or tracks or nuances of yourself, it takes time. Why do we waste so much of the precious, indispensable, irreplaceable assets? Why not try coming up with a concrete list of how you can save time and be more efficient? For studies help out, not going out of your way to get gas. Don't wait for the car to tell you. Fill her up at your convenience. Answer your mail immediately with a handwritten note. on tone other parties' ladders. It will save her time, too. A rubber stamp saying please excuse that this allows an immediate response will help. If you were used to push-button phones, the old dial type will drive you bonkers. When people enter your room to talk, stand up, greet them, remain standing, and move towards the door when it's time. Rest your phone calls and don't take them for designated periods. Keep most correspondence on a couple neat piles. Don't even file it. After 6 months, you can usually throw away and put the closet to your desk. If you work on your own list using 3 minutes, you should be able to save 3 hours per day from junk time. For some people, just to stop watching TV shows and videos that get us nowhere will do this for us. I come to realize that sometimes it's difficult to judge the fact and what the truth is. Indeed, people's view of the world are largely governed by their own experience of the world, and the way they process the world based on their values and beliefs. I am aimed at revealing the new truths about the universe and the physical laws. If a salesman isn't selling and he gets his base thoroughly cut back, we can be pretty sure that he seems that an unfair or unpleasant, unnecessary exercise of the company's power. When the manager or employer is getting warnings that interpersonal or management style or resulted the performance are inadequate, they probably started to anticipate that they will fail. But instead of self-collecting or genuinely trying to see things through the eyes of their other parties, they will all too often want to defend their position. Instead of corresponding, they are ended up protecting. They rarely may end up saying and believes that they are right. The truth is on their side, and anticipated failure. Movies to immediate failure, they go down the crashings and burnings, blaming the world and other people for all the injustice. There are some truths or general principles of living that will always operating for us, regardless of what our view may be. Such truths as our rewards can not long exceeded our services. We will believe is what we think about and do. Our attitude will influence the attitude of others and alter our life. And we can be unconscious of our own feelings and emotions. It is not the situation. It's our reaction to the situation. These things are truth, even if we don't believe it and don't live our life this way. The truth is still the truth. Truth is a reality. Successful people realize that in a sense, the person who continues to be fired or keeps failing is the biggest dream of all.